Good morning, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. Today's Friday, April the 29th, 2022. Guys, I apologize. I didn't realize it had been so long that I hadn't done a video. Of course, you all know that I'm always trying to keep on top of stuff. Um, I'll admit that um, many times, I won't do a video because, the things are so in your face that I almost feel like I'm preaching to the choir as to what's going on. Everything's so crazy, but yet y'all know that y'all are seeing the same things I'm seeing. It's just so incredible. Also, guys, a lot going on in my at my in at our homestead. Nothing serious. Very busy with work as well, and also maintaining the property where we're at. Um, we have uh we have a goat named Charlotte. Some of y'all might, if y'all been with me since I started making videos, occasionally I'll mention her. And I do have a husky, and the husky, uh, we live in a sandy area. Our property is in a sandy area of part of the county, and she likes to dig out no matter what I do. So we had to kind of every day is a battle. She'll get out, and our goat Charlotte, she loves. I've planted many fruit trees over the years, and she basically ate them all. um, so, uh, my daughter had knee surgery this morning. So it's just a lot of stuff going on. Uh, but one thing that has not changed is I've been preparing every day. Every day that come to work, whatever, go home. My state of mind is always preparing, always trying to stay ahead. Um, so before I just want to put that out there. Everything's okay. We actually, guys, I was part of this video is so Monday I was not feeling well. Sunday night into Monday was not really feeling well. I stayed home. So part of this video is kind of talking about what I see, and that's with the food, guys. I've noticed that a lot of the foods that, especially processed foods, even a lot of the canned goods, soups, um, a lot of the chips, stuff like that. I noticed that they're really high in sodium. I don't know if it's because they're trying to make up for the flavor. They're trying to cover up the fact that there other ingredients they're not using anymore. It just so anyway. Make a long story short, um, I had eaten a soup, and that sodium like really messed me up. It it like, I mean, I'm talking about, it made me sick. When I looked at the can, I was like, man, what could have done that? You know what? I was just not feeling good. Let's put it that way. Um, and I try to lead a very healthy lifestyle. I'm very active. I watch what I eat generally. I know what's healthy and what's not. I try to keep my body alkali. If I do have a bad habit, it's like sometimes, especially on the weekend, I like to eat late. Um, and that's not good. That's not good for your body to be having to digest while you're sleeping, right? You want your body to be healing while you're sleeping. And so anyway, that didn't help. But anyway, I was not feeling well. So next day I'm like, what could have done that? And I'm like, okay, you know what? It kind of feels like um, maybe it's the sodium, maybe, or something, the salt content, whatever. I looked at the can, and it had a lot of sodium. This was a soup can, kind of a chunky soup, and it had, I don't want to exaggerate, it had like maybe like 1900 grams of milligrams or whatever they use to of sodium, and that's a lot. Um, so watch what you eat, guys. Are and really those cans, I should have known better because stuff like that, like our chunky soups. um, Beef stews are gonna have a lot of sodium as well, but those cans are for the purpose of basically they're for emergencies, right? um, Stuff like that, generally when I buy them, I have them for the purpose in mind of maybe making a pot of rice, right? And the soups, they're pretty strong, right? So they have a lot of flavor. Maybe kind of like watering it down a little bit, or at least that can is gonna spread, make it into a soup, add some vegetables or whatever, some mixed vegetables, and spreading it out to where you're not gonna eat all that sodium is not just gonna be for you. Okay, so I should have known better, but that is how I when I prep, as far as for emergency type stuff. That's how I do it with that purpose in mind. Is that that one can is not really gonna be just for one person. Okay, not that's not to say that you know somebody in my family can't just grab a soup and eat it, right? Make one. No, I'm just saying that the reason I do that is because if something happens to where maybe food supplies for whatever reason, or maybe like 3 or 4 days or a week, whatever, just I'd rather be prepared than not. So that is why I buy them like that. um but I never realized that they were so high in sodium. Anyway, guys, you know this morning I was listening to Prepper Now, and he was talking about how he's trying to get him and his family uh to kind of lower their not to eat, kind of get their bodies used to having a lower calories per day, right? And I've I've heard a lot of videos where they talk about how our body needs like so many calories per day, a full grown man, body weight, stuff like that, um, to be able to function, I guess. But honestly, guys, from what I've learned, now this ain't medical advice, right? I'll just put that, I'll say that. But what I've learned through my years, over the years of trying to take care of my body, trying to take care of my family, um, you want to eat your body, you want to keep your body alkali, at an alkali level, a higher pH level, and that's gonna you're gonna be eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of citrus fruits, stuff like that. Um, you're gonna be eating not so many carbs, right? This is just us, right? So in the West, here in the West, we eat a lot. Generally speaking, Americans, we eat a lot. We consume a lot of food, and we don't even have to eat like that. Um, so we don't really need so many calories. Okay, guys, I should have mentioned this a long time ago in my videos. Um, but I understand that our bodies, if we eat too much, it's bad for us, right? The less you eat, right? This is through from what I've learned. The less you eat, but you want what you're eating healthy. Your body becomes more efficient at using those nutrients that you're providing for it, and it becomes very efficient and very strong. And you will probably be eating less than the next person. Okay. So yeah, it's not, yeah, you don't really need to eat so many calories. It's just you need to have quality calories. um the carbs, yeah, you need some carbs, of course, to keep your, for fuel, but you don't want to overeat on the carbs, because your carbs, they're gonna turn to sugar, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? And whatever sugar you don't burn, that's gonna turn to fat, and that fat is going straight to your liver, guys. Okay, just and so I try to be aware of that. I really, my family loves like eating spaghetti, and they love making pastas, and that's great. I do stock up on pastas a lot. um but I try to keep, like when they make dinner and stuff, I try to keep that to a minimum, the pasta. Okay, because I just, I think it should be not so much, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. So anyway, guys, we're all watching what's happening, right? And I keep hearing, um a lot of financial channels. By the way, guys, I just want to say, Economic Ninja, uh, Rethinking the Dollar with Mike, uh, Gregory Manarino. Uh, those three guys are really good at discussing what's going on with the economy. Um, Gregory Manarino is pretty much 99. I want to say 90. Let's be conservative. 95% of the time, this man is like right on the money. I've been following him for so many years, and he knows what's going on. He knows what whatever's going on with the stock market, with the bond market, with whatever. He's gonna cut through everything and just tell you what's really going on. I just wanted to let y'all know that, in case y'all want to go hit up his channel. He's really good, especially if you've been following him for years. You'll understand and you know that he's legitimate. I mean, a lot of the reasons why I started prepping, like why I kicked it into gear, was because of him, and because he was right on the money. And I was like, you know what, this guy, he knows what he's talking about. He really does know um, what is gonna happen when this happens. When A and B happen, this is gonna be the result, and he's usually right on the money, guys. Um, Now I keep hearing about recession, that we're gonna go into a recession, or that we're pretty much there, things like that. You know, but honestly, guys, um, we're in a recession already. I understand that a lot of us are doing well. We're keeping our heads above water. We're making it. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus, for that blessing. Um, for the blessing of being, you know, working for a good company, or for investments you might have made, for the preparation that you have done to be able to be living how you are, and being able to prepare, right? Because there's a lot of people that, maybe they know, but they just can't. But you're gonna, we're gonna make sacrifices, the sacrifices that we have to. Now, uh, I want to say that for the people that, I'm sure you hear about, a lot of channels are saying that we're not in a recession. I mean, well, that we're getting to a recession, right? That it's coming. Well, guys, I honestly, I think we're past that. um, I think it was yesterday, the Federal Reserve was talking about how the our economy is shrinking. And I hear that a lot. GDP shrinking, the economy shrinking, but I think it. You hear it so much that you don't really think about what that means. You know, um, Basically what that means, guys, is that it honestly is basically the money, the money supply, the transactions, the velocity of money, all these things are actually getting smaller. Our economy is actually shrinking, right? And so that, if you think about it in the big picture, that's kind of scary. That means that there's less to go around. Okay. And eventually, we're gonna feel it. A lot of people are already feeling it, and I think eventually, if we're not feeling it now, a lot of us will. We see the inflation, and um, the food, the fuel. I mean, it's crazy, guys. I you know and what I was afraid of is what's happening. We're in a basically an shtf situation. um but you just get used to it. We adapt so easily to things, that and we just go with the flow, right? um but if you think back to last year, or even the year before the health crisis, right? The moment before the health crisis, things were a lot better, right, generally speaking. But they have gone downhill since then. And the thing is, though, we just get used to it. We just adjust. We make changes. We tweak our expenses or our budgets, and we keep on going. But if you think about it, guys, we were spending so much more money than we were in the past years. And so and it is there. The signs are there that it's not gonna get better. So we really need to prepare, guys. There's opportunities there if you know where to look, to ride out this storm. And people are, there's people that are gonna come out better because of all this that's going on. If you prepare yourself, you can at least try to ride out the storm, and that's what I'm trying to do. uh, i'm trying to I'm trying to find opportunities there that will get my family through to the other side, even though I understand that we're moving into a whole nother system. That's what it looks like. Then they're gonna drag us kicking and screaming into it, you know. So we just have to be ready, guys. If you don't see what's happening right in front of our face, then you never will. And honestly, guys, I know most of y'all, my subs, y'all know what's happening. Um, so I wanted to say thank you to Steve LaFleur. I think that's his name, Steve LaFleur. He was, you know, commented on one of I guess it was my last video that it had been. I Like I said, I didn't realize it had been so many days. I think he said 10 days since I had made my last video. I didn't know it had gone by that fast. It's another thing. The days go by so fast. The days go by so fast, and um, but like I said, he was checking up on me, and I wanted to say thank you, for I'm here, guys. I'm like I said, I listen to all the content creators out there. I try to watch. There's so many good ones. My main guy is Prepper Now. He's got preparedness now. Prepper News, um, Pinball, Alaska Prepper. That's another one that's so right on the money. I mean, he really thinks just like I do. He's just very much better at articulating what needs to be said. That's why I listen to him. But he basically is prepping because of just for the same reasons that I am. And he listens to the same channels that I do. Um, there was something else I wanted to discuss, guys. Something that I wanted to bring up. Um, I know what it was.